Hope all you swabbies are still awake. Late Night Mega here. We're back with 5th place. It is by Bead28, Planet Xanlordus. It's almost, the title almost reminds me of the One Night in Xanadu. With an average score of 82.25, everyone pretty much kind of like this. So let's get in here. We got the low gravity because we're on planet Xandorus. Oh, I'm loving how the background is scrolling while we're walking. And yet the planets are still staying where stationary, so it's not looking like, you know, there's 20 million different planets and moons in the background. Nice touch, aesthetically. Got some very mechanical looking spikes. Oh, we have this, I like this gimmick. And I like it combining with the low gravity. Evil fish. Space fish. Oh my goodness. Evil space fish. I like those enemies. It looks like the fish from Kirby's Dream Land 2. The fish that you get to, that Kirby gets as a pal to ride in. Can't break the stage. I need to kill these things quickly, not just stand here and stare at them. Oh, that looked like water in the background, not... Now it looks like inside of a move cave. I thought we found like a hidden waterfall on this planet. Oh, we have a big open room? Let's... That's not what I was trying to do. I just wanted to explore horizontally first. This is neat music, too. Yeah, I don't need the fish anymore. Alright, let's explore vertically so I don't, you know, do that again. Ooh. Okay, what's down here? Oh, you... Okay. Why am I having an issue with that? Like, I pressed the jump button out of the slide, but instead we still just went off the edge. I'm not waiting for you again. I have time for that. I have a 5th place stage to finish. I like that challenge there. Very nice combination. Oh, cool. This thing doesn't have iframes, so someone will naturally complain about it being a mini-boss because it's too big for a mini-boss and should be an end-boss, not when it doesn't have iframes. Yeah, I'm still remembering that one time Saturn was a mini-boss that didn't have iframes. Let's go up. Really? I'm gonna do it like this? Oh, there's an M-tank over there. Let's see what it takes to get it. Clearly it is a bonus. But we're here for the whole stage experience. Got it. Didn't need it, but we got it. I love low gravity and jumping around with spikes and stuff. I love those fish enemies, the space fish. Didn't jump far enough. Okay, so the trick to this sort of stuff is to jump and go just before you'd hit in the spikes before releasing the jump button so you can start your descent. The trick here is to not shoot over the Met's head. Space fish. Bye. The background there changed to green instead of that bluish turquoise. Really? How did I screw that up? This is a little bit a lot to repeat. Probably would have liked a checkpoint, just due to all of the spikes and such, spikes and death pits. Would have liked a checkpoint, like, just before getting to that section. But it gives me another chance to, you know, not screw that up. Yeah, and this vertical section, where it's very easy. Okay, so yeah, best to ignore those, and I did not get the shot off on time. Yeah, a checkpoint right here would have been great, I think, before starting another section. You just have a lot of instant death stuff. I am not getting that old. Oh, well, I guess it wasn't that big of a section. Okay, that's fine then. Plus, if we're at the end... Ooh. 3 health bars? Do I have all 3 going at once? What? What is this? I like the positioning we have here. Great positioning for this fight. Oh yeah, all 3 sections are just going at once. Interesting. I've never quite seen... Let's cheese this a little bit. That's not as much cheese as I was hoping for. Need some health here. Oh, I'm gonna get squished. I don't like the hitboxes on that. Oh dear. Okay, well this is not... It's the classic, if I use an E-Tank, I'm going to end up not getting hit for the rest of the fight. But if I don't use it, I'm going to immediately die. So, I'll use it. This was an interesting way to fight the shark thing, having all 3 parts technically going at once. I feel it was really awkward trying to jump around that tail and get to the final section here. Other than that, I thought it was fine. So it's a space shark. Alright. First of all, this level looks beautiful. The parallax looks great and fits. Second of all, using low gravity can get kinda iffy since I think far too often it means you just have to chance to jump over enemies and make a few big jumps. This level gives you more room frequently to make use of the extra mobility. Those extra wide rooms give you so much room and really make the gravity a big part of the level design. Yeah, it does feel like we're on a nice other planet or whatever. With the flip platforms, I like the introduction a lot since it clearly teaches you, but it doesn't feel like the level pauses to show it to you. It just feels like an easy and super smooth way to ease you in. Otherwise, the flip platforms are just consistently used well with the low gravity. You make them really complement each other, yes, especially in the bonus portion for the M-Tank, and it's genuinely really fun and engaging without being over the top. The Ace Manbos are super frustrating enemies, but by separating them, the level allows you to just dodge them quickly. I'm personally not fond of the boss since I just think it's too much as a boss for a normal level. No. But I'll give it a pass since it's complemented with the gimmicks well. Nicely done. The low gravity worked really well with the wind platforms. There were some nice secret goodies to find, and I loved how the boss was handled, except the middle section. All in all, good level. I usually despise levels with 8-way scrolling, which made this level's high quality a very pleasant surprise. The floatiness of the level really worked in its favor, giving you a lot of space to maneuver through tight spike jumps and to dodge Ace Manbo Danmaku. Some of these segments had minor issues, mostly surrounding how awkward it was trying to kill certain inconveniently placed Met cannons, but this was just a blast to play and gorgeous too. I docked the level a dozen points or so initially because of the boss, but when I replayed the level, I found myself really enjoying the shark fight. Well, not the fight itself, which is a little too easy and a little overlong, but the discovery that this oh crap boss was actually pretty easy once you routed it kind of saved the fight. I think the shark fight is better and truer to the open world design philosophy of the level than if you had stuck in a thematically appropriate star droid like some of the other space levels this contest. You know, I wonder, Planet Zanlordis, is that a reference to Darius Twin? A game I played on it was a Super NES game, I played through it. Highly recommended if you want to check it out. The entire game was like less than an hour of a playthrough. Maybe like just around an hour. It's not a long game. It's a space shooter, but all of the boss fights are like fish-themed spaceships. I'm wondering if Zanlordis is like one of the planets you go to in Darius Twin. And having the shark boss was like a reference to that sort of thing. Maybe not, but if it is, really cool reference. I just want to pretend it is. Just let me have this. I feel like this level did a good number of things right. For the most part, it looked nice. It played nice. The gimmicks were well introduced, and it never got too challenging. But because I'm me and it's also quite literally my job, I've got to start nitpicking. Fighting all three parts of the Mecha Shark at the same time is a neat idea in concept, but in reality it barely changes anything outside the fact that you're more likely to fight him backwards here. Maybe that's why they had to do it with all three fights at once, because you're fighting him from the front to back as opposed to back to front how he normally is. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of that in terms of computer programming that you'd have to do in the Megamix engine for this itself, which I have some experience with, but I still know very little about. Anywho, while most of the enemies seem to have a place in the level, the Curlingers never really get a chance to do much of anything with the low gravity, usually just going into pits before they have a chance to become a threat. The area shortly after the Met Daddy is also strangely spike-heavy, especially since the section after that tones it down right away. I do want to bring extra attention to the longest, most out-of-the-way M-Tank in history. It wasn't that long. Less so for how out-of-the-way it is, but more so due to the vertical nature of the screen. You really can't see some of the spikes coming when you're jumping for the first time. Okay, the one time it did get me with that. Especially the first jump from a flip platform over some spikes. The platform is lined up just low enough that you can't see the ceiling spikes until you're already jumping, so that's also a little unfortunate. But I think it's important that most of this comment was the less important problems, while the level overall still remains very solid. Well, that's a challenge to get the M-Tank, which it's supposed to be, you know, a challenge, and maybe have something cheap there. I was okay with the cheapness because you're literally right next to the checkpoint when you go on the path for the M-Tank. So I was more fine with that. You poor gravity-bound clodhopper. It must be so hard to jump and climb through these simulations. Then there's your nauseating speed, excessive defense, and burdensome weapons. I truly pity you. Okay, sure. Fourth place, we've got junk blocks. That guy I'm not a fan of. That thing. Oh, what a weird enemy set. Oh, that's really odd. And the charge-up platforms from Sheepman stage? Why is Belade making an appearance back there? Is that some sort of hint that we're fighting Belade? And there's Belade missiles in the background too? So maybe this stage added some more to the gimmicks it was given, which is okay. We saw the quick lasers in the other one that was added. Hopefully some enemies are added that are not those three, because I might not have a good time if those enemies just get spammed. But anywho, we'll worry about that next time. So for now, I'll take my leave.